Hey man, the earth is flat.
This is a launch that had already occurred in Antarctica. This is a launch that already occurred in Antarctica, and I'm going to show it to you. And here we go. I just read this to you. This balloon launch took place in Antarctica, and it's an 8,000-pound telescope satellite. There goes the mountains in the background. Here's a visual description of what I just read in that document. Down a taxiway and getting in the loft and launching it. Watch what happens. If you like apples, how you liking apples? That's 8,000 pounds, people. 1,000 pounds. That dome on the top, is actually where all of the radio equipment is installed so that a C-130 can communicate with it. It sends off a signal so that when these aircraft are in the air, they can detect the signal while it's up at 85,000 feet, 100,000 feet. Today's balloons get to about 130, 150, 180,000 feet, okay? And at nighttime, when the helium air is cooled down, the balloon drops in altitude about 10,000 feet, maybe 5,000 feet. And then when the sun shines back up on it again, that hot helium air expands and the balloon raises in altitude again. So you have this oscillation of losing altitude, gaining altitude, losing altitude, gaining altitude. Now, for anybody that hasn't paid close attention to what the ISS is doing, the ISS is doing the same thing that balloons do. And I'm going to prove that to you as well, that the ISS, if it exists, which now I'm of the conclusion that it does exist, that means that the ISS is up in the sky. It's not at 245 miles. It's within, say, 150, maybe 250,000 feet.
Welcome to the satellite hoax. All right, let's do this. It's a really hard pill to take when somebody says that satellites could be fake. But don't you find it a little suspicious that you can't find any real satellite pictures? It might be hard to be believed, but maybe we're all being deceived. Yeah, maybe. Listen up. Well, if you think you see one up in the sky, you can't see it with the naked eye, because a satellite is about the size of a car, at least 300 miles away. You can't see that far, whatever those dots are to move in the night. I'm telling you, there ain't no satellite. Welcome to the satellite folks. Just another one of them NASA jokes. You get a 5-year picture of a satellite without bringing up a bunch of that CGI. Just a bunch of cartoons all over the place. When I search satellites in space. Yeah, type that phrase into Google, folks. But let me welcome you to the satellite hoax. getting pissed. I ain't saying that satellites don't exist. I'm saying that it's theoretically absurd to think these devices orbit the Earth. Cause I've seen them hanging from big balloons. Even Google's doing it too now, man. Have you seen that? Yeah, go check out Project Moon. And every now and then a satellite crashes, but that information never gets to the masses. Cause then you'll find out how these things really work. They're just on balloons, man, they don't orbit the Earth. Cause once upon a time one crashed in Brazil with the balloon attached to its steel. Welcome to the satellite hoax. Just another one of them NASA jokes. You give the 5E a picture of the satellite without bringing up a bunch of that CGI. Just a bunch of cartoons all over the place. When I search satellites in space. Yeah, type that phrase into Google, folks. But let me welcome you to the satellite hoax. Satellites be in the thermosphere when the temperature up there is way too severe. How can that type of equipment survive? How comes those satellites aren't burned alive? I'm telling you, man, it's just a pack of lies. There ain't no orbiting satellites because 99% of our communication comes from undersea cables and cell tower stations. A GPS is ground-based too, man. Go check out a system called LORAN. It's a military system for navigation that uses ground towers to track your location. Are you seeing it yet? Welcome to the satellite hoax. Just another one of them NASA jokes. You give a 5E a picture of the satellite without bringing up a bunch of that CGI. Just a bunch of cartoons all over the place. When I search satellites in space. Yeah, type that phrase into Google, folks. But let me welcome you to the satellite hoax. You see, Tesla figured out how to communicate without the need for satellites in space. It's mostly ground-based towers, you see, and that's how you get your satellite TV. They've monetized what Tesla made for free with their fake satellite industry. It was Arthur C. Clarke that theorized these things, the sci-fi boxes with solar wings. Another Freemason, it's no surprise. They make science fiction and they monetize. They've stolen Tesla's technology and they get you to pay for your TV. Are you seeing it now, people? Welcome to the satellite hoax. Just another one of them NASA jokes. You give 5E a picture of the satellite without bringing up a bunch of that CGI. Just a bunch of cartoons all over the place. When I search satellites in space. Yeah, go type it into Google right now. And let me welcome you to the satellite hoax. So next time you see a photo of the Earth from space, look for satellites. You won't find a trace. Well, they must have disappeared, I guess. Can't even see any from the ISS. If you want to have yourself a little enjoyment, go watch a NASA satellite deployment.